November 7th, 2012 edition of Size Eyes on the Skies. Today, it was pretty cloudy and dreary out, but will the sun return? Zach and Sean are in the studio with some other special guests, so you're going to stay tuned to this very special Size Eyes on the Skies edition as it starts right now.
It's Wednesday night on ISU TV. Broadcasting live from Ames, Iowa, this is Size Eyes on the Skies. ISU TV's longest-running television show brings you the weather around the country, in Iowa, Ames, and beyond. The Iowa State Meteorology Department's team of forecasters keeps you ahead of the next weather system. Size Eyes on the Skies starts now.
And welcome back to Size Eyes on the Skies. I'm joined by Sean. How are you doing today?
I am doing wonderful.
Yeah, it sounds like we're sort of under the influence of some colds right now.
Yeah, I've been coughing for like a week now. You know,
I think
we're
I
getting into
finally
that type.
picked it up.
Yeah, probably.
I think Zach Malott gave it to me. So.
Oh, of course. But yeah, I mean, overall, I don't know. Today's been pretty nice, I would say. It's been a little
cloudy.
colder.
The wind was sort of strong out there today. Otherwise, I don't know how the rest of the week will set up. I know Zach will have more, but around the country, I know you have some big national news all across the country right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, one of the things that we're looking at is there's a few blizzard warnings out for western Montana. And so that's going to be something we're going to take a look at during my segment. So they could be seeing a lot of snow out there. Plus, they're actually seeing some snow right now over in New Jersey. And they just dealt with Hurricane Sandy and whatnot. So that's going to be dumping some snow over there, and nothing that they really need right now.
Insult to injury.
Right exactly,
now,
so
they were showing webcams, and I wish we had some of that. So maybe if Tyler Roney brought it our way, we'll put a special request in. But
oh, yeah.
For now, thanks, Sean. We're going to send it over to Zach Malott with the Iowa. Snow anytime soon?
No, not anytime soon. We are looking at a system that may come over Thanksgiving break, but most of us are going home. But that's too far out to even mention right now.
That's fantasy
But
land.
no snow in the area. In fact, temperature is completely above average this week, and this weekend should be phenomenal.
I hear this weekend. Yeah,
this weekend will be phenomenal, but get outside, everyone, because after this weekend, it will get cold, and you won't like it come Monday morning. So it is the last hurrah, I think, but I will allude to that later on in my 7-day. Well, let's take a look at today's day planner right now. At 8 p.m. tonight, we will have a 38-degree temperature, mostly clear tonight. And as we look into 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, it will be 32 degrees, mostly clear in the morning. And it will warm up to about 52 at noon, warming up to all the way about 56 degrees around 4 in the afternoon. So it is a pleasant day out there, pretty warm night compared to this time of year and compared to what is coming Monday night into Tuesday. But I will bring that up later on in my 7-day. Thanks, Zach.
Yeah, thank you very much, Zach. We're going to send it to our first break, so you're going to stay tuned. After the break, we'll have your national forecast with Sean and your trivia questions, so you're going to want to stay tuned. And welcome back to Size Eyes. We're going to throw it over the wall with Sean Stelton for your national forecast and see what he has in store for us. Sean, go ahead.
All right, thanks, Zach. Well, we're going to be taking a look at our national forecast right now, looking at current temps around the nation. Overall, it's not too bad. We got kind of a wide range of temperatures, 88 all the way down here in Phoenix, while as we move up towards the Great Lakes, they're looking at about mid to upper 40s. Moving right ahead and looking at the highs this afternoon, overall kind of the same thing. Overall temperatures are down a little bit, but once again, we're up into 90 in Phoenix, looking at the 40s over the Great Lakes. They're dealing with a little bit of cold air. But overall, you know, most areas it's pretty mild. Tomorrow's highs for those areas are generally going to be about the same. Phoenix is again looking at 88, 48 up in Seattle, and Minneapolis is sitting at about 52. As we move over into the east, New York is going to be at about 49, and once again, just kind of the same stuff as we saw today moving ahead into tomorrow. Tomorrow's forecast for around the region, generally it's going to be sunny down near Kansas and Nebraska with highs in the mid to lower 60s. Hays, Nebraska is looking at about 69. But as we move up towards Minneapolis, they're going to only get into about the 50s and with partly cloudy skies mainly. And that's going to be the same for the Sioux Falls area and over towards Montana. Tomorrow, looking ahead, if this thing would go. There we go. All right. So pulling out and looking at your national clouds and radar, overall, we got maybe somewhat of a front setting up right over Idaho and Montana, bringing a little bit of rain showers, and that's actually going to be bringing some snow that we alluded to earlier. So we're going to take a look at that later in Futurecast. But over the main area of the central United States, they're looking at sunny skies with, some light winds and whatnot. And then over here, we're going to move on over to New Jersey, and that's the snow I was talking about. They've got some snow moving in off the coast. Just not really something they really need right now. That's going to mess up the streets even more after all the damage done by Sandy. So that's something to be looking out at over there. So here's Futurecast. We're going to take a look at that snow that's going to start heading towards Montana. As we move through to Thursday at 7 a.m., that snow starts showing up, and it slowly starts building. They actually have some blizzard warnings over there that we're going to take a look at in a second, but that's going to be sticking around mainly through Friday and on into the day and into Saturday. So that's something that they will need to be watching out for. But here in Iowa, we're going to have some clouds moving in during Friday, but nothing too spectacular until later next week. So here's the warnings that we're looking at. We're going to zoom into Montana and take a look at some of those winter warnings up there. Like I said, we got blizzard warnings up in the north with some winter storm warnings down more southerward, and South Montana is looking at some winter storm watches. But let's take a look at one of the areas that's being covered by the blizzard warnings, and that is Harlan, Montana. So like I said, they're kind of looking at mid to lower 30s for the rest of tomorrow, but then once we hit into Friday, that's Saturday, so we're going to try to grab Friday again. All right, doesn't like me. So Saturday, they're looking at about 14 with a low of 5 and cloudy skies. But like I said, they're looking at about 70% chance of heavy snow throughout the day on Friday, so that's going to be piling up pretty quick. And then on into the rest of the week, it's going to be a major cool down for them. They're looking at about the teens and even getting down to -9 on Sunday. So it's going to be kind of a cool down for them, and that might be heading towards us, but we'll take a look at that later in Iowa. So we're going to go back over to Zach Sharp at the desk.
Thank you very much, Sean. Let's take a look at today's trivia question. Today's trivia question of the day is due to Veterans Day this weekend, and what year did Veterans Day become a federal holiday? Is it A, 1812, B, 1916, C, 1954, or D, 1975? And we'll have that answer and a guest coming up right after the break. And welcome back to Size Eyes. I am joined by Tyler Roney, a former student of Iowa State. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. You know, let me just say, you guys have just taken this place and just put it to new heights, new levels. And I was just coming strolling through, and I'm just thankful you just invited me on the old show this afternoon.
Anytime you've come back, we put Matt Hoffman came back and we put him on. So anytime.
What a mistake that was, but that's okay. I'm kidding. Yeah. That's okay. But now, so we're doing the trivia question.
Yes, trivia question. So let's pop the trivia question up.
Okay. Let's
so to recap the trivia question, just for you.
Okay, thank you.
The trivia question was because Veterans Day is this Sunday.
Alrighty.
So yes, in what year did Veterans Day become a federal holiday? Is it A, 1812, B, 1916, C, 1954, or D, 1975? Do you know your history?
I love history.
Okay, so.
You know, I think 1975, because Match Game was a game show then,
okay.
And I think that's the one I'm going to go with. Is that wrong?
If our lovely Zach would like to forward
Our lovely Zach?
Yes.
There he
Zach,
is.
Zach, what's the answer? Oh, see.
Oh, see?
Do you know the president that put that in? Dwight D. Eisenhower established it right after World War II.
Gee whiz, you just got to go back in the archives a little bit.
I think you need to go back to school.
Oh, that's very rude. All right. Well, cool. Now, so what are we doing next? What's the old...
We're going to send it over to Zach Malak for your Iowa forecast and let him tell us if there's any snow in our forecast.
There better not be, Zach.
Oh, I hope so. Zach?
Good evening, Central Iowa. This is meteorologist Zach Malak here, and there is no snow up at the front desk in case they were wondering. Right now, our current temperatures outside is a 39-degree temperature. That's partly cloudy skies right now, east to southeast wind at 5 miles per hour. Humidity is at 75% right now, and the dew point is at 32, quite low and normal for this time of year. As we look at the local current temps, we do have the coldest temperature in Fort Dodge in our Central Iowa area. Carroll is at a 41, and Perry is also at a 40. Des Moines is the warmest with a 44, and it will continue to be the warmest throughout the night. As we go into the current temps throughout the state of Iowa, Sioux City is the warmest in the state with a 46-degree temperature tonight, quite warm for it already being dark since 6 o'clock this evening. Council Bluffs is a 43, And Des Moines, like I mentioned, is that nice 44-degree temperature. As we look into the current wind is starting to pick up throughout the evening. And it will pick up mainly because of the turn from the southeast winds that will bring warmer temperatures coming this weekend. We do have a 7 mile per hour wind in Sioux City, 8 in Fort Dodge, which is the highest in the central Iowa area, and 5 in Des Moines and Ames. Currently, there is about 0 miles per hour winds, so I'd say light and variable winds in the eastern part of the states. As we look into clouds and radar, there's not much going on right now, but we do have that clearing, which is in the back part of the state. It will work its way across the state, creating cooler temperatures tonight. When we have clear skies, temperatures can cool down a lot faster than normally. The clouds, like I said, will move off to the east and will go into Illinois. As we look in the futurecast, nothing much goes on throughout the state. We do have a cold front that stays up north, bringing the snow, staying up there, as Sean alluded to in his program of the forecast. And we do have at Friday 6 a.m. clouds. That's the only type of clouds we have coming in the next couple of days. High pressure will be in our area until that time. As we look into tonight, we do have a cool 32 degrees, warmer than usual. We do have the southeast wind at 8 to 12 miles per hour. Because of the higher winds, the temperatures will be warmer than usual, and it will be that way throughout the night, creating warmer temperatures tomorrow. Tomorrow we do have a 56-degree temperature, sunny, windy, pleasantly warm for this time of year, quietly unexpected, a little bit higher than our average high temperature of about 53 degrees Fahrenheit, and we do have that south wind at 13 to 17 miles per hour, quite warm and quite windy for tomorrow's forecast. The leaves will be blowing in your face. As we look into game day's forecast against the Texas Longhorns, we do need this game to possibly make a bowl game. And right now we have 5 wins. We need that 6th. Kickoff is at 11 a.m. Texas Memorial Stadium is where it will be held. Partly sunny skies and a nice 76-degree temperature, quite warm from the Iowa State temperature that we will have. Like I said, tomorrow will be a nice 56. Friday is 62, and Saturday is a nice 71. Big storms might come into the area Friday into Saturday and Sunday. With your nice Veterans Day, we will have a 43-degree temperature. Monday will get cold, a smack in the face as you walk across campus with a 35, and it will warm up slightly into Tuesday with a 43 and a Wednesday at 47. But I mean, it is quite cold for what is going to happen on Monday and Tuesday. But warm up, nice 71, perfect for this time of year. You got a suit jacket. I love it.
We improvise.
I love it. It is
just
perfect.
appeared. It was really weird. It was
I
just like all
just showed up.
He was wearing it. I don't even
Like
know.
I should have been a long time ago.
Well, kind of like him. He just showed up too. I mean, it was kind
Exactly.
I left it here 2 years ago when I graduated.
Who invited? No, I'm just kidding. We
Well,
like
that's
him.
very rude. But now let's point out the forecast. And that was no typo. It's
No.
going to be very, very warm on
Very
Saturday.
warm on Saturday. Yeah.
And then very strong cold front.
Well, and I know that SPC has a chance for severe storms.
You
Saturday
know what?
night,
Yeah,
Friday night,
yeah,
40%
yes, yes,
chance. Yes.
November, I think Ames remembers very well November
Yes.
2005.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So it's, you know what? It's very possible.
Yes.
And then it's going to get really cold.
Really cold.
And we're not going to like that.
Low of 22, even lower on Monday nights. I heard as low as 9 in some parts of the states, or 19 degrees in some
Yeah.
part of the states. 19 degrees.
But you got to remember what time of year it is.
Well, yes, it's November, but
Yeah.
from a 71 on Saturday to a 19-degree
I mean,
temperature as a low Monday night, I mean, heat's going up.
Oh.
Heat's
Yeah.
going up. I mean, yeah.
I mean,
No, fall is here.
They might be seeing negative numbers in Montana, and that stuff's just rolling its way here. So
You showed Harlem, and that was not a safe place to be. 'Cause it was
No,
a little cold,
no.
yeah.
a little snowy.
You can bring the snow this way, though. I wouldn't care snow. I know Sam Schreier would like
Uh-oh.
snow.
Oh, well, you know what? It's the countdown to the holidays.
Yes.
Yes.
Get your holiday lights out.
And Sam Schreier's
Hell, it's right.
slacking
He's
right
got a
now.
Christmas tree in his.
Well, and
in
Sam
his
Schreier's
apartment.
slacking. Yeah, I know.
It's
Your
not.
Christmas tree's up already?
Well,
It's not even
Sa-
Thanksgiving.
Sam Schreier and I are in
That
a
happens.
Christmas war. Look at this, okay? So Sam Schreier's going down.
Going
and-
down, what do you mean? What so? How so?
Because last year, okay, I got to admit, he did win last year, but it was unfair because he had a bigger place last year.
The annual meteorology.
Yes,
Christmas
but
is fun,
Christmas-
like decoration?
we're
Christmas
both in Freddie
decoration,
Court
yeah.
this year, so
Okay.
it's an even match. You know, there's less variables to work with here. But this year, Sam Schreier and Bryce Link are going down.
What about your producer, John Cena? What's he doing?
I don't know. I don't really talk to him.
Is he just a Grinch?
What?
Does he even?
I
put
think he
stuff
is.
out?
Well, he likes Iowa, so he has
Yeah,
to
he
be
likes
Grinch.
Iowa.
So,
I mean,
And the
it's
Packers.
going to
Yeah,
snow
it's always
there.
something.
It's going to snow there every day of the year. I mean, the basketball team is what 0-0 and didn't even start yet. I mean, hey, it's going to be 0-64 before the end of the season.
We're going to Texas on Saturday, though. So
Texas,
close.
76.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We need a win.
We do need to
Either that
win.
or in
We do need to
Kansas.
win.
Well, yeah. Kansas is That's a good one too.
Bowl
but-
game is what, probable in Texas?
But
if
maybe
we win?
both.
Or
You could get both.
Kansas could beat the Chiefs. Let's put it that way. So we're okay. We're fine. Cyclones will make a bowl game. We're gonna call it right now.
I'm glad I'm not a Chiefs fan.
Where's
You're
that?
a Chiefs fan.
Are you going first?
No, I'm
on the
sorry.
forecast?
That was rude.
Anyone?
No, who's talking
What?
about weather? Who's
Are
talking
you-
about that?
I know.
I don't know what we're
Well,
talking
there's-
about.
Dude, there's high pressure in Central Iowa. There's nothing going on. It'd be nice warm Saturday. Go
Well,
outside.
temperature's warming
Go
up.
outside.
I don't
Then
care
keep
about the
on.
warm. I want
I
snow.
like that, yeah.
We're not gonna have snow.
You'd
We're not
We're
gonna
not
have
having snow. Or we
No.
are having snow.
Ethan Miller's
Not
just
having
shaking
snow.
his head that we're gonna have snow. Look at this. He's shaking his head.
Usually when we're all decided 50-50, we just turn to him and
Yeah,
say,
exactly.
"You know what's going
Ethan,
on?"
snow? No snow?
Snow.
He's like the on-scene
He says
guy.
snow.
Two
He
thumbs
says
up.
snow.
Two thumbs up.
And a big smile. I know.
Well, depending when it arrives, timing-wise, it could be interesting because it could be cold Sunday morning, and if that's when it arrives,
You know the perfect time for snow would be during Thanksgiving break.
2 weeks
Oh, yeah,
away.
that's
I know
It might
Nate's
happen.
over here wanting snow Thanksgiving break. It's for him to go hunting. He said hunting would
Hunting, there we go.
He only has the white
There you
camo
go.
gear. He hasn't invested in the green stuff.
Well,
yet,
he's
so-
wide enough he would blend in. That's why he wants it white.
Is he hunting naked now? Is that
A little cold for that, sir.
a story
Can't be out
coming
there
up?
doing
Nathan
that.
Coy hunting naked. Hey,
I don't know what Nate.
stay tuned.
It's a family.
This rating really changed when I graduated.
It's because
Yes,
you showed up, so.
PG-13 all of a sudden. What else is there to talk about? You got a little piece of paper.
okay,
Look at that.
Justin Keller
Oh, Facebook.
What's
yells
that, man?
yells at me every time that
Do you
we.
have the headset in? Because at my
Yeah,
station
yeah.
we have headset. And
Yeah, okay,
Bruce is
well,
yelling at us.
he's telling me right now that if I don't mention Facebook and Twitter,
Oh,
that I may not be able to come back on the show ever again.
what's
Oh,
your
no.
what's the Facebook and Twitter here?
Facebook is at, or not, that's Twitter.
Sorry, I'll start over.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Twitter is at Size Eyes.
Ethan's staring at the camera for some reason over here.
And
What a show.
What?
At, right?
yeah,
At.
at
Facebook.
Size Eyes, which Samuel Schreier runs that one, which
Great.
he does somewhat of a okay job with that. But and
But
then,
he's Sam Shorey. He can't do much.
yes.
They're keeping the forecast up to date for all you
Yeah.
Aimsians.
And then
Aimsians.
Facebook is Size Eyes on the Skies, which Justin Keller runs that, and I think Justin Keller does a better job than Sam Schreier.
Uh-oh.
I think that is on the record.
And in case it does snow,
And yeah.
in case
This
it
is a
does snow, you should send the weather photos to, what is that? ISU
he's
sizeeyes
got
at
his cheat sheet. There it is,
gmail.com.
right
There we
there.
go.
Yeah,
ISU
sizeeyes@gmail.com.
sizeeyes@gmail.com. We'll put the little blip up at the end.
Another thing, since we're talking about snow,
Hope so.
since the National Weather, not the National Weather Service, the Weather Channel names storms now, and what's Snowstorm Athena is what that big
Snowstorm?
northeaster was.
Nice.
So
Snowstorm.
There you go.
Athena.
Why?
I don't know.
I just ask why.
How about Zach? Snowstorm
My
Zach.
favorite name
I don't
is Snowstorm Q.
Q. Yeah.
Q?
Well, isn't one
It
Nemo?
will be.
It's questionable.
One's Nemo.
Quirky?
I'm getting Nemo.
We're finding Nemo.
We're-
That's a toughie though. Now National Weather Service says to
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about
No
Weather
Nemo?
Channel.
No.
And now maybe you know what? If Jim Cantori, I'm talking to you. If we're gonna name all the storms, then we're gonna name everything. Okay? This thing coming through on Saturday
Hail,
to Sunday
rain, sleet.
doesn't matter.
What's a sleet name? What do you think a sleet name is?
Same chart.
Sleet storm Sam Schreier. Oh, look at that
Sleet Storm
alliteration.
Sam Schreier. is
Sleet
going
storm
through.
Sam Schreier.
You gotta name Saturday. It's gonna get cold and snowy, rainy, whatever. We got the helicopters in the
Well,
studio
no,
going.
wait,
That's a
oh.
classic.
I'm just going to suggest we end it here.
Well, Ethan Milius wants to go to
Yeah.
B-Dubs, so.
Oh. Size Eyes on the Skies brought to you by.
Well, okay.
Oh, go
Thank
ahead.
you. We'll wrap this up here.
Coffee.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for joining us here on Size Eyes on the Skies tonight with Sean Stout and Tyler Roney and Zach Mock, and I am Zach Sharp. Join us again on Monday. But for now, everyone have a good weekend.